Yo, what's up, party people? It's Mr. Rick coming live at you in Lake Tahoe, California. Staying at my buddy's house. And this Christmas tree is up all year round. I'll just play a little bit for you. Yo, what's up, everybody? I'm seeing 8 people in the chat. I'm just kind of hanging out right now, kind of messing around on social media. If you guys have any questions, I'm thinking about starting a banjo lessons for beginner series, and I was kind of like looking at what the banjo lessons are like. And I don't know who these 8 people are watching. I don't know if you guys are like watching my lessons or if you're interested in that stuff. But while we're here, might as well chat. But I'll just keep kind of messing around until you guys ask. But I was thinking about doing Cripple Creek. And then a little bit of Salt Creek. Yeah, and then also John Kennedy. Oh, yeah, you heard that? Yeah, a little bit of Sanctuary. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. How does that actually go? It's like yeah, John, I know that one. I've learned it before. Yeah. Bingo. Yeah, something like that. So yeah, back to this like banjo lessons for beginner series. I was also thinking of doing Blackberry Blossom. These are all the first tunes that I learned. And so I just want to pass on the torch and get more organic views. I'm kind of frustrated right now because all the videos I'm putting out are getting less traction than ever. So I'm trying to think, except for this one, that one I did of the what was that video? The Wellerman. The short version got a lot of traction, but the long one did not. And I was like, why? How the hell could that work out? Maybe it was the girl with the big tits. People were turned off by it. I don't know. You know, my girlfriend hated it, but I thought it'd be funny. But I guess it's not so funny when my views are at an all-time low. It's like, what the fuck? So banjo lessons for beginners may be a good way to get more organic traction. John, you're in marketing. Maybe you can help me out here. But yeah, Blackberry Blossom. This is like the first melodic tune that I learned, and it's all forward backward rolls. Yeah, Foggy Mountain Breakdown would be another good one. That was probably like the fourth tune that I learned, I think. There's also a sweet solo that's like. Something tells me all that hot melodic stuff isn't going to get a lot of traction online. There's like a lot of people that want to learn beginning banjo but can't get past that hurdle. But I feel like that's where the biggest that's where the most searches are in YouTube is that beginning level. And I don't know, I could put a bunch of explosions in the video and make it attractive. But we'll see if that'll actually get people to play, if it'll actually help people. You want that run. Yeah, but John, you're different. You've been playing, since the 1900s, man. You know, you've been around for a long time. You want that run, yeah. Here's another good one. In G minor. See here's a cool Celtic tune I've been kind of learning. It's like My class is stomping along to the tune. Oh, your whole class is there. Oh, I should probably play something good then. Okay, here's one. Here's one for you. I think I know who that is. Is that Dave? Yeah, what's up, Dave? Here you go. Oh, Anthony, you know what? I did actually finish transcribing that, dude. I just got to quit being a ski bum, and I'll turn that into a video. I did tab that entire thing out. It's ready to go. Let me play some banjo tunes for these class. How about this one? Yo, Max. Yeah, the Christmas tree is up. I'm actually staying at a friend's house who I met on the ski lift. And turns out this guy is like stupid rich and we get along really well. Now I'm just kind of living at his house. He left. And he leaves the Christmas tree up all year. So I'm just kind of playing by the fire. But turns out this guy's name is Ricky. And we're like soulmates. But yeah, I've been snowboarding a lot. My knees are a little sore. I got a few more videos to release because the past few weeks I worked on a handful of them. Yeah, but for some reason, I'm not getting any traction. And my audio got all messed up in the last one that I had Michael Cleveland on. Breaks my heart. Oh, off to PE. All right, thanks, Dave. Much love, brother. But anyway, let's see. What's another one I could do? You know what's a cool banjo tune that doesn't get played a lot? Is Elzic's Farewell. I haven't recorded this yet, but it goes a little like this. It's a... Yo, Max, that's called Elzic's Farewell. And I haven't really heard it recorded very much. I'll type it Elzic's Farewell. Farewell. You get it. I got the finger picks on it. It's hard to type. But yeah, it's like a 3-part fiddle tune in A minor that everybody plays in a different way. Some people play it like ABC or CBA or BCA. I don't know. But I play it the way that I like it best. Yeah. But yeah, I also learned it, the single, like. And you got it melodic. Thanks, Max. Hey, Ian, I agree that there are already a lot of Scruggs style learn how to play this song videos out there. Yeah, but the thing I'm frustrated with is how slow my channel is growing. You know, I'm putting a lot of work and love into my videos, and they're not really getting that much organic traction. And I think I would get more organic traction if I just had a video called like Banjo Lessons for Beginners, 01 Cripple Creek, and then 02 Salt Creek, 03 Blackberry Blossom, 03 Foggy Mountain. Because a lot of the stuff that I do, I think it'd be great to do a video with one of the beginner listeners. You go through, play the melody and rolls exactly, and that's what I'm going to do. And what I plan on doing is recording me in real time. And I don't know if I can share my screen on here. No, I can't share my screen on here. Yeah, and then you're saying versions, one for melodic, one for single string. Yeah, exactly. So like, but what I want to do is those types of the algorithm. Okay, wait. So what kind of videos do the algorithm like? Where the major scales like versions for Scruggs, one for melodic, one for single string. Those are the types of videos that the algorithm likes. Yeah, I mean, that's basically what I'm trying to do is find videos that the algorithm likes. But yes, what I would do is say, for instance, Salt Creek. This is going to be part of that. Is going to be part of that. Yeah, it's like say like Cripple Creek. You have this, and then. So, for instance, what I would do as a section of it is I'd break it down. I'd pull up the tablature, and I don't think you guys have had lessons with me, but what I do in my tablature is I try to like look at rolls and highlight them in 4-note chunks and identify what that 4-note roll is. For instance, this one. Each one of those rolls is a square roll. It's thumb 1, thumb 2. And if you just do what's basically happening on the thumb, it's this. And that's more or less how I would break it down and like simplify it, you know, de-isorhythmify it, if you will, because I think you guys are kind of hip to my my lessons. But that's definitely how I would break it down. You know, with explosions, I don't know if I'm going to put chicks with big titties in there. My girlfriend got all mad, and it kind of seems like people don't like that much, and I think it's going to hurt my scalability. I thought it was funny at first, but I feel like I'm just alienating myself more than I should. even though I think it's funny. It's like, you know, smack that like button. There's a girl with big boobs telling it to you. That's to me it's funny, but some people get offended, and I didn't mean it in an offensive way, but I don't know. I'm just trying to grow over here. You know what I mean? Yeah. It was hilarious. Kind of sucks. You know, it's bittersweet. I don't know. Oh, sup, Houston, my boy. Well, I'm glad you guys found it funny. You guys like my top fans over here. Just cooling out. Yeah. But yeah, so the other tunes that I would want to add for my beginner banjo, I mean, I don't know. You guys can kind of direct me. I'd rather have like more of a conversation. I'm just too high IQ is the issue. I don't know. I'm pretty dumb. But I just I invented a lot of vocabulary to identify the banjo. I mean, another thing that I was going to do, this is another stunt, was I was going to come out with a 10-part series, but it was going to be behind a paywall. It was going to be like 10 video lessons, kind of like what I have now. It's going to be called the Banjo Ascension Formula, on sale for $420, or or you can buy it today for $69.99. Funny, ha, right? But basically, all it's going to be is exactly what I iterated on my first few banjo lessons, which is basically the three pillars of the banjo ascension formula are there three. You got isorhythmation, modes of rhythm, and diatonic triple stops. And with those three things, it's like that's basically the reverse engineering of Bela Flex playing. As far as I can tell, once you figure out those two things, you can basically figure out anything that Bela Flex does. It took me years to figure those out, which is why those banjo lesson videos that I put out, it's like I don't really have anything to add to that, but I could repackage it and say the same thing. But I mean, it seems like there's 17, 18 people here now. You guys probably all know that, probably have seen those videos, but isorhythmation is playing the melody and adding rolls to it. And then what rolls do you use? They're the modes of rhythm rolls. And those rolls are, it's like alternate thumb, alternate middle, alternate index. And then you have the forward rolls and backward rolls. And then I have the nomenclature system. If it's like a thumb forward, if it starts on the thumb, index forward, if it starts on the index, middle forward, if it starts on the middle. And then you got alternate thumb, alternate index, alternate middle. And then the third pillar is the diatonic triple stops. Because when you're in the middle of a chord, say you're on like that note for the melody, you got to add rolls to it. But what notes you use? The notes from the chord it's on, or whatever you want to be spicy, or I don't know. You could add whatever you want. But that's basically my reverse engineering of Bela Flex playing. God damn it, it's my life's work. And after a year, I only have 1,600 subscribers. It's I feel like I'm doing something a little wrong. Maybe the big titties is not what the masses want. I'm a beginner with zero music theory background, and it took me a while to approach understanding and multiple videos to watch those three videos. Yeah, I get that. I mean, part of them, yeah, I get that. So I need to simplify it and come at these lessons from a more a more organic place rather than fire and explosions. Because basically the moral of the story is the banjo is not as much repackage it and take my money. Thanks, Ethan. Without the big titties. But if you could apply the same ideas without big titties and to some of the traditional songs, I think that'd be super appealing. I agree. It's but what would I do? Kick off to I don't know. Keep the sup and the explosions. I'll definitely keep the sup and the explosions. Yeah, the personality is definitely the cutting edge. But you're right. What is that? What's that song? It's I think it's like Ginseng Sullivan or something. About 2 miles to the backyard. Down. Yeah, Ginseng Sullivan from Manzanita. But this is an example of one of the things that I would teach that I think captures the banjo ascension formula well. Which is what's the melody? The melody's here. Yeah, Ginseng Sullivan, exactly. But then when you add rolls to it, it becomes just a very relevant banjo part, a very relevant solo. And relevance is a key word when you're jamming with people, at least for me. If you don't play the melody, it's almost irrelevant. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with hot dogging, but if you're in a new group of people and they're like, oh, who the fuck's this guy? And then you play the melody with rolls, they're like, oh shit, he knows what he's doing. Because there's something about taking being from the perspective of a singer that really makes your playing have breath and really makes your playing resonate with people. So if I play that same thing, so that would be an example of something that I could do in one of my videos, but playing in D is just is one example. I want to do something a little more fundamental. Anthony, I like this idea and the ascension formula. Personally, more than the beginner stuff. That said, if there is money to be had in Cripple Creek, you should do that. Yeah, it's money is one thing, but what I'm trying to do is grow my audience. I'm trying to grow my audience and advanced banjo stuff, and like I'm making up my own language. I mean, I had to make up my own language. I don't know if I don't really know everybody here. I really appreciate everybody saying this, but I was at Berklee College of Music for a semester, and then I dropped out and I started studying full time. And bass, I've always been moved by Bela Fleck's music more than most. I mean, still to this day, like most banjo players put me to sleep, quite frankly. And Bela Fleck is the only one that I'm like, yo, he has it figured out. Still, when I listen to Gnome, I'm like, I don't really get it. When I listen to Ryan Kavanaugh, I'm like, like Flight of the Bumblebee isn't my thing. But like when I listen to Bela, it's like, yo, he's fucking, that's it. And what it is, the way I see banjo, and this is what I want to teach, is that banjo, it's primarily a rhythmic instrument. It is primarily a rhythmic instrument. And people get lost thinking about the notes, and people get lost thinking about like music theory, which is essentially harmonic theory. And so I'm more moved by rhythms. I always have been. I was conceived to disco music. My parents were fucking dancing disco in San Francisco, and that's around the time I was born, the late 80s. I was born in 1990. But I had to invent a lot of rhythmic nomenclature just to make sense of my studies of Bela Fleck. I mean, really, I spent probably like 2 months, just to like 4 years ago when I started to Trishka. Trishka's good. But Trishka doesn't like have the percussion and the electric bass, dude. Like when I listen to like Little Worlds from Bela Fleck, it has like all the chieftains on there, and they play like Celtic stuff, and like Victor Wooten on the bass just adds so much. It's percussion and bass that really bring the banjo to the next level, and I feel like that's what I try to do in my art. And I love Tony Trishka, and he's actually taught me a lot. But as far as stuff that I listen to and try to find influence from, it's stuff with bass and drums. And there isn't enough banjo, bass, and drums. And I try to do that stuff. And I really hope that there's going to be banjo revolution. Another thing I try to get all my students to do is they're like I ask them what their goals are, and goal number 1 is and always will be impress your friends. Goal number 2 is record. And like the stuff that I do, it's really not that hard to record. Like you get it in Ableton is how I make the drums. Pro Tools record banjo, and then I play a little electric bass. Clawhammer to me has a lot of cool rhythmic blues. Yeah, Clawhammer has a very, very cool sound. I thought about, I don't know if you guys watch Davey 504. If you do and watch my videos, it's very clear that I copy that format, that like YouTuber format. And Davey 504 has this whole thing about like playing a guitar with a pick, and bass and guitar are enemies. I thought about doing something like that with Clawhammer banjo, but Clawhammer banjo is a little too cool. I like Clawhammer banjo. It's just more accessible. The thing about 3-finger banjo is it's so fucking difficult. It's so fucking weird, dude. And it took me years to figure out the banjo ascension formula, that it's primarily a rhythmic instrument. So I love Clawhammer. I don't play it. If I do, I kind of play like reverse Scruggs. But yeah. And now, sup? Yo, hey, Joey. A lot of the stuff that I do now, I mean, it's just like very Bela Fleck-esque, and it's just like triple stops and rolls, Please let us hear something different, rhythmic. Boogie woogie. Slap bass and Clawhammer are the same to me. Yo, dude, Scruggs style banjo and slap bass are the same to me. It's like it's a rhythmic thing. It totally is. I played bass at a jam the other day. I brought down the house. I was like, fuck, I should play bass, not banjo. But it's still it's a rhythmic thing. Since we got some deep ass banjo nerds in here, I will say that one book that really changed me was Bela Fleck's picking styles. It's a 6 CD set where he talks about. I mean, it's 6 CDs. He does the whole thing on single string, which is revolutionary. If you haven't learned single string, that's the place to do it. I basically copied his lesson from that in my video. Because the sad thing about Bela Fleck is I don't think Bela Fleck's a teacher at his heart. And from the little bit that I have met him, what's this? What would you say about trying to get calypso, Cajun, and more Latin-based rhythms out of the banjo? I think you should do it. I think that's a really cool place to do it. All you gotta do is figure out what finger is going to have like the emphasis or not. I haven't really explored much in Latin music, but I mean I know this. It's kind of cliche, but the and what I would say is if you're looking to do that, anchor what rhythm gets the emphasis in one finger. In that case, I'm doing the thumb, but you could do it have like the index get the whatever finger you want to be have get the strong beat. But anyway, what I was saying about Bela Fleck is I feel like Bela Fleck, he's not a teacher, and I went to his camp, and I will say he's a little skeptical about teaching people. I asked him for like how he does this one thing. I don't know if you guys know that song, but it's this one. It's like Jekyll and Hyde. But I asked him how he did that triplet thing, and he's like all you guys are gonna steal my licks, and then he showed it to us. It's like a double thumb kind of thing. But it made me think like maybe he like doesn't want people to know how he does it. So then he's the only one who has the sound. And still nobody really plays banjo similar to him. I'm like the only one who's like pretty blatant about like trying to copy his style, and I don't really hear anybody else doing that. If there are, like send them to me because I'm really curious to hear that rolling banjo with the bass and drums. But I guess I'm so passionate about like teaching this stuff is because I really want people to see the banjo as a rhythmic instrument, the way that like Bela does it. And Bela, he's done so much. You know, he's really put out just like a lifetime of music. He's very well documented. But how to do it, it's not really there. And I've been confused for years, just loving the Fleck tones, loving all like the Sam Bush, Jerry Douglas, like the Strength in Numbers, the Drive, Tales from the Cuckoo Planet, loving that stuff. But then when you actually want to learn it, it's like, how the fuck do you do it? It took me so long to transcribe some shit until like I really studied Drive, because that's like that's one of the few tab books that he has put out. And the thing I noticed about Drive is the 4-note patterns. It's grouped into 4 notes. I don't know if you know the what's that? But he'll do that one's it's Natchez Trace. But this one, he does a variation going from this to this. But the difference is one is an alternate thumb roll. Thumb 1, thumb 2, thumb 1, thumb 2. The next one is an alternate index roll. And I think I started really gathering how Bela goes about orienting himself rhythmically from studying that Natchez Trace and seeing how he does variations. One of them is an alternate index. And I actually invented that nomenclature, alternate index, alternate middle. I haven't heard anybody say that. I think alternate thumb is popular, but I just put that on the other fingers. Take the tree down. No, this is my friend's house. He keeps the Christmas tree up all year. I'm up in Lake Tahoe. I've been snowboarding since last Tuesday every day. My knees are a little sore. I hit 56 miles an hour yesterday. Your boy's hitting jumps. I got some footage to come. Yeah. But no, I can't take the tree down. I'm sorry, Ethan. It's nothing personal, man. But yeah. So I had to invent a lot of music theory myself in order to understand the rhythms that are happening in banjo music. And that's part of the stuff that I want to teach. And I'll probably show that in my beginning banjo lessons. Yeah. But even that tune, Alani's Lullaby, is totally roll based. This roll. Hey, thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. Messi Jortan. Appreciate that. If you want to get up close and personal with the right hand, that's a double forward roll. And then a square roll. So it's like, that's 6 notes. Double forward roll. You got 2 of those. That's 2 6-note rolls. So that's 12. And then you add a 4-note roll. So now we got 16 notes. That one never comes out. Yeah. There it is. Yo, what's up, Damon? Is that role similar to James Allen Shelton in the Shelton Special? You know, Larry, I don't actually know that song, so I don't know. Pardon my ignorance. I don't know that one, but it's a double forward roll. It's like a quadruple forward roll, and then a square roll. There's another tune that used it. This one's actually off that Bela Fleck 6-part CD. I think it's like the first song on disc 2. It's called the Cotton Patch Rag. It's a so that one has that little roll in there. Yeah. What do you think about Wes Corbett? You know, I actually got a lot of lessons from Wes Corbett at Berkeley. I think he's a killer player. I think I don't think he's a teacher at heart. I think he's a player at heart. and I think he's a perfectionist, and he has very good opinions about music. I think when I was like learning from him, I got pretty confused. He showed me a lot of like this is not very fundamental stuff. And it's like we're learning like 2-octave single string scales that were like in really weird fingerings, and we learned like some waltzes. And it's like that's not what I should have been learning. What I should have been learning is like the Bela Fleck scale stuff like this. But Wes has been very, very kind to me. I really respect Wes, and he's been nothing but cool to me and loving, and very generous with his time. And he's just an incredibly talented player. I mean, he seems like the one who's carrying the torch from Tony Trischka. He kind of seems like the chosen one, you know. And I love him to death. He actually did very good. I've heard that the clavinet in a funk context has a banjo-esque rhythm. Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. You know who's a banjo player who's really impressive? He's not exactly my type, but Adam Larrabee was a teacher. Adam Larrabee was a teacher at the Banjo Summit, and he's more of a jazz dude. And I'm not much of a jazz guy because I don't know, like fucking jazz can suck a fatty, dude. I don't know. It's too difficult for me. I don't hear it is what it is. I take it, jazz doesn't need to suck a fatty. Jazz is cool. It's just outside of like what I hear. And so I'm not into it. But Adam Larrabee cracked the banjo jazz formula, dude. And this is, I don't know how many of you guys are into music theory, but there's this thing called guide tones where like the third and the seventh define the chord. So for instance, if your chord is a G7, all you gotta do is play the third and the seventh. Like if your chord is like a C7, all you gotta do is play the third and the seventh. And that defines the chord. And then so what Adam Larrabee taught at the Banjo Summit, which really impressed me, is if you want to play jazz on the banjo, you play the melody and then you add the, and then for whatever chord it is, you add the guide tones to it. So you have the melody note and then you have the third and the seventh below it. And I haven't really worked it out, but as far as jazz harmony, that is the code. That is how you do it. That guy really impressed me, Adam Larrabee. And he's a teacher. I forget, he lives in Virginia or something like that, but he also like composed like 24 banjo etudes and all 24 of the keys. I know you think there's only 12 keys for a key. No, G minor. That's 2 different keys. A minor, 4 different keys. So you got one in each parallel minor. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Sorry if I'm a little abrasive, with this Christmas tree and all. But I really appreciate everybody chiming in, listen to my weird ass opinions. Yeah, I understand I'm a kind of a strange person. That's why I should be much more moderated. Lauren, what? My girlfriend, she told me to take the titties out of the video, and I went against her will, and I put it up anyway. Now that video gets throttled. Oh, thank you. My opinions are great. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Some opinions I have stronger than others. Other ones, people hate. But I don't know, man. Let's see. You guys want to learn a sick ass lick? Behold, I am. Where can I learn notes instead of tab? Thanks for this. I love the tree. Where can I learn notes instead of tab? Yeah. Where can I learn notes instead of tab? Okay, well, if you're using Table Edit, you're good because Table Edit will actually play the notes out loud for you. I swear by Table Edit. It's for free on you can get it at tableedit.com. I love Table Edit. There's a free demo. I have the full version. It's like $50. I've actually emailed the people who make it about some bugs. I think you mean the sheet. No, I don't mess with sheet music. Oh, he said tablature, but I don't mess with sheet music. I mess with Table Edit because I can listen to what happens. Music is an auditory art, and sheet music is kind of a perversion. It really should be done all by ear, and you can write it down and put your thoughts on it. But I swear by Table Edit because you can hear it, and music is an auditory art. It's an aural art. Okay. not oral art. Well, kind of is an oral and an oral art, but you sick fucks. All right, you guys want to learn a fucking sick ass lick? All right, dude, check this one out. So say you're playing Foggy Mountain Special, right? Okay, so that lick's all right, right? This is one of my, I'll play the A part again. This is one of my go-to licks that like puts asses in the seats. You know what I mean? This could bring a tear to the eye. You know what I mean? It impresses your friends. You know? Here we go. That one. So where does this guy live? Do you know this scale? That major melodic scale? Smurfer girl, whatevs. Yes. So you got this thing. It's like the rhythm is triplet 1 2 3 4 1. So it's kind of a I felt like there's a think before you yeah. Welcome to my life. But it's cool. It's cool. Because all you guys are my trusted YouTube followers. I feel like I can add because you guys haven't unsubscribed from me. I feel like you guys are the ones who are tolerating me well before I don't know. Before I filter myself even further. Because Houston, I was talking about making a banjo lessons for beginners video series. No fun. I'm thinking first. What? But I was making I was making a banjo. I'm thinking of making a banjo lessons for beginner series that'll get me more organic discoveries. And so far, I don't think I should put girls with big titties in there saying, hit subscribe for more fly banjo content. You know what I mean? Just so it's like scalable, more respectable, you know? I didn't do it with any intentions of like offending anybody, you know, but I think people got offended. So, but anyways, what the hell was I doing? Oh yeah, that's a great idea, right? Wait, what's a great idea? Taking it out or leaving it in? Because you guys, like I said, you guys are my trusted subscribers. You know, 1 2 3 4 5 loves the titties. It's like, dude, I love the titties too. But like, if we're gonna get to 100,000 subscribers, what kind of banjo is that? GF? No, it's Caleb. It's not a gold tone or a gold star. I think I actually owned a GF 100. Actually, yeah, and that's actually why I got these inlays. Literally nobody's offended except your girlfriend. This is a Robin Smith banjo, custom built to copy Bela Flex banjo. It's got a 5 to 7 inch compound radius. See that? The bridge is three quarters of an inch. So it's I really like this one. This one is kind of like my banjo the whole time I was in Boston and Berkeley. Yo, thanks, Caleb. I appreciate that. But like I said, you guys' opinions really matter to me because I feel like you're the ones who've stuck with me for this first year that I've been doing this, and kind of understanding I don't know, your perspectives of how I can grow this channel, how I can mature a little bit in my own artistic creation. All that would be very appreciated. Let's see. The good idea is making the lessons. Who doesn't like a good set of boobs? But yeah, some people don't want to see that, I guess. Yeah, you know, I agree. The rim is mahogany. The rim is mahogany. Dude, we've been trying to scale the music world for years. If you crack the code, let your boy know, especially the digital space. Well, you know, I mean, basically what I've been doing to grow my YouTube channel is I just try to make the best videos I can. The thing that I'm entertained with and I can watch over and over again. Because I probably put 8 hours into a lot of videos a lot of time. How did you develop the names of the roles? Okay, yeah, I'll explain that. But my marketing strategy, which seems like it's getting throttled, is I'll make the best videos that I can and then put them in Facebook groups. And then the last video that I did was Don't This Road Look Rough and Rocky, with me singing 3-part harmonies and Michael Cleveland on the fiddle and me on dobro. But It got like I shared it a bunch, and it only got like less than 1,000 videos on less than 1,000 views on Facebook. And last time I did something like that on Facebook, I got 10,000 views. So I don't know what it is. I didn't put any titties in that. I didn't have anything offensive in that. It was just good music. So I don't know if people like me less because I put big titties in the video, or like, oh, the fucking technical issue, which is for some reason somewhere along the line the audio is coming out mono. You know, breaks my heart. But what are you gonna do? But right now I'm snowboarding, so I'm not really thinking about that. I'm up in the mountains. Dude, you guys got to see this place, dude. I met this guy on a fucking ski lift, and I'm like living in his mansion, and he's just like not here. Like, there's my girlfriend. Say hi, Lauren.
Hey guys.
Yeah. Like, I can't believe this, dude. We get the whole downstairs. This guy is so sick, dude. His name's Rick. Guys, he's had the Christmas tree up for like 5 years. Your boy's by the fire, you know, hanging out with my fans. So, anyways, Larry, you want me to explain the roles? Okay, how did I develop the names of the roles? Okay, so there are 2 types of roles. You have, we're going to talk about 4-note roles here. I'm a newer sub. Found you searching. Okay, Smurfer Girl, did you see the new one or the short one? Anyway, I got to answer one question at a time. You guys, this is too much fun. I'm really enjoying talking to you guys. But how did I develop the names of the roles? You have we're understanding 4-note roles. Of the 4-note roles, there are 2 types. You have the alternating roles and the directional roles. Of the alternating roles, there are 3 types. You have alternate thumb, alternate index, and alternate middle. Of the directional roles, you have 2. You have forward rolls and backward rolls. Okay, so those are our 2 sets of rolls. Of the directional rolls, this is a little easier to understand. You can start with thumb and say thumb forward. That means it's going to be thumb 1, 2, thumb. Or if you start with the index, it's going to be an index forward. Like 1, 2, thumb 1. Start with the middle, be called a middle forward. 2, thumb 1, 2. So you say the finger that it starts on and then the roll. So you got like thumb forward, thumb reverse. I came across that on the last slide. Now they let you pay to boost. Before you couldn't do that. Yeah. And then let's see. The alternate rolls, you got like alternate thumb. Thumb 1, I call that alt thumb. Thumb 1, alt thumb. Then you got alternate index. What I tried to do, and I'm a fan of linguistics. I studied etymology like obsessively for like years, and I got really into minimizing like the words that you use to maximize what you mean. Because I was studying a little bit of Chinese, especially from like I got really into Chinese medicine and Chinese philosophy, and they had this one word called yi, which means establish wisdom mind over emotional mind. But they just call it yi. It's like 13 syllables, but they just say yi. I really appreciated that. So I was like, how can I invent some sort of like role nomenclature that I can think of in my head? So when I'm looking at tablature or I'm playing, that I can just think a very small soundbite and understand what it is that I'm doing. So that led me to like say like thumb 1 alt thumb is a thumb 1. It starts with the thumb 1 and it's an alternate thumb roll. Or if you have like 1 thumb alt 1, it's an alt 1 roll that begins with 1 thumb. Or you have 2 1 alt 2. It starts with 2 1 and it's an alt middle alt 2. So I hope that answers your question, Larry. But that's kind of how I developed it. It was because I was really into Chinese philosophy. Anyways, yeah, Houston. Yeah, we got throttled, dude. Yeah, Geez, I don't have the notification on for some reason, so I had no idea you made the long version. I can't wait. Oh, cool. Yeah, Smurfer Girl. Yeah, I put a lot of love. I made a full version. I put a lot of love into it, and it got like I couldn't believe it. Like the other one got 20,000 views. I think because it was trending then, but I put a lot of love into doing a full version. Hey, yo, Side Joshua. Notice around now. Thank you, Smurfer Girl. Whatevs. Yeah, that song is actually really interesting. The banjo backup because like what I do. Is there one ship that went to see the what I basically did in that song is I just like, I don't know, Smurfer Girl, do you play the banjo? I feel like I'm like directing all this at you, but it's like a banjo lesson. I don't even know if you play. No, I haven't heard the Trailer Park Boys version. Kitty Man Sea Shanty. Joshua, yes. Robin Smith passed away about a year ago. But recently, there's this guy who I found out about named Tim Davis, who's making Bela Fleck copies, and he makes the necks on CNC, so they're machined by a robot, and the radius is perfect. So I ordered a banjo from him, and I'm curious to see to see how that comes out. But one of my students bought one of his banjos, and he loves it. It's a Bela Fleck copy, just like mine. Yeah, I love robots. Yeah, pretty soon they're going to take over the world, and I can't say they'll love us either. But if you can't beat them, join them. Get the chip. It's like whatever, dude. Bro, the Davis Band is NC. Yes, exactly. Yeah, Tim Davis. Yeah, exactly. Hashtag singularity. If you guys want a little banjo lesson on that, on how I played the Wellerman. Your buddy machines the tone rings? Yo, send me that pic, Houston. I'd be curious to see it. Oh, cool. Smurfer Girl, you're pretty instrumental. If I were to teach you, I'd just say learn some rolls and just change like one note. All the things you are? No. That's a jazz standard, right? I can't play any jazz. Oh, 7x7, dude. Wait, is that? No, that's the other one. 7x7, that's like. Right, as a and then it's like it's something like now that I think about it, I wrote a song based off 7x7. I didn't know it, but it was in G minor. It was yeah, that was a song I wrote a long time ago. What finger sequence for triplets? You've been shredding the powder. Yo, your boy has been shredding that powder every day. I went like 56 miles an hour yesterday. I just started tracking it. My knees are a little sore, so I wanted to go easy before I, have to make a claim on my insurance. But yeah, I'm like hitting jumps, going off cliffs and shit. All the gymnastics from skateboarding have started to transfer. Yeah. And then what finger sequence for triplets? It depends on what kind of triplets you want. Like there's this kind of shit. And usually those are 4 backward rolls. For single string kind of stuff, like this. What's that tune? Those are all forward rolls. Thumb 1, 2 in the right hand. There's some nice triplets. Yeah, and that's the same idea. Triplets. If you want to practice that, thumb 1, 2, thumb. I used to practice a lot of the stuff like when I was in music school, kind of like performing that era. And if there's one thing I'll say to do is breathe while you do it and really relax your back and your shoulder and your arm, and your hand will come. But this kind of thing. Another cool thing you do is say those are triplets on the 4th string. You do it on the 1st string, and you get this kind of sound. That kind of thing. It's really just triplets. And how I practice that is you just want to hold it and breathe. Davey sees speedrun on Banjo. Do we have any requests? Let me grab some water. We have any requests? Or we're just like kind of hanging out. You guys just like at work or something, listening to me? Maybe I can tell you a joke. Play Red Wing. Okay. Nice, solid request. Somebody knows. I'm eBaying, so work. Yeah. Oh, tight. You like buy and sell shit, Smurfer girl? Tight, dude. So we're just hanging out. Okay, cool. So we're just hanging out. We're all relaxing here. Okay, I'll play Red Wing. This is like a somebody reverse engineered to a Union song. It was like. What the Yeah, that was Red Wing. All right, Slipstream. That's like Rutherford says I sound better without the clap tracks. He didn't say I look better without the girls with the titties say smack that like button. So maybe I don't need to get rid of the girls with the titties, but I got to get rid of the clap tracks. Thanks, Rutherford. Let's see. Reverie. Reverie. I think I know Reverie. I need better 808 sounds. I agree. the hell does that go? Reverie. Hold on. I got the tab for this. Hold on. Do you know any ragtime tunes? I don't think I do. Reverie. I do have Reverie. Let's see. And then it's like. Yeah, I haven't played that one in a while. That's a Reverie by Bela Fleck. That's a good one. How about Brilliancy? I did learn Brilliancy. I don't think I tabbed that out, but I went through a phase. It's like. And then yeah, that's kind of a Brilliancy. Yeah, Blackberry Blossom. I got you, Thomas. Making it more PG. Yo, DIY Banjo, I appreciate that, man. I think your content is top notch. Make it more PG, including a steady mix of beginner, intermediate, and advanced lessons would only help the numbers, I think. Yo, I appreciate that, man. DIY Banjo, I appreciate that, man. And that's kind of where I'm gonna take it. The next 4 videos, I'm gonna make a bunch. I'm gonna do Cripple Creek, Salt Creek, Blackberry Blossom, and Foggy Mountain Breakdown, and I'm gonna explain it kind of from my lens. It's gonna be called Banjo Lessons for Beginners because I think that'll just get more attraction. But I'm gonna explain it with the theory that I've already explained as far as like isorhythmation and modes of rhythm. I'm gonna explain it with that standpoint. So that being said, I'll go through Blackberry Blossom. Banjo Lessons for Experts for Beginners, dude. Lesson number 1. So here's Blackberry Blossom. Yeah. Cool. So, beginner, intermediate, and advanced banjo lessons. Yeah, there are a handful of songs that I would like to teach, because melodic stuff. I mean, how many of you guys are intermediate players and how many of you are beginners? Thank you. I'm curious, how many of you guys are beginner and intermediate or either? Do I know Red Rocking Chair? I ain't got no use for that Red Rocking Chair. Ain't got no Sugar Baby now. I kind of know. It's like an old time tune. I'm starting in the middle. Beginner, uber beginner. Behold, I am Glamdring's Bane. Is that like a World of Warcraft reference? Intermediate. Yeah. Because I'm trying to figure out like how much melodic shit I should put in these lessons. I started yeah. So the thing about melodic style, and I just don't really want to confuse people. Like one tune that I really want to put in these videos is Bill Cheatham, because it has this thing. Love your little spit whenever you say melodic, yeah. And I was just kidding. I do love melodic banjo, but I was just taking the part of the traditionalist. A little, yeah, melodic. The thing about melodic style, and I'll let you guys in on a little secret, because I haven't shown this to anybody because it's I don't know why. It's like I'm gonna put it behind a paywall, or I haven't found out a good way to illustrate it yet. But the way that I learned Scruggs style banjo is by going like Scruggs style, melodic style banjo. Like say this lick. The way that I learned how to do that is with this one little trick. It's basically I call it, and I haven't found the word for it. I don't know. I've never heard anybody say this besides this one like dude that I met playing fiddle at the Cantab in Boston. But what you want to do with any phrase of music, and especially if you want to develop muscle memory with it, is you want to play it swing and then reverse swing. You got like this. We're calling that straight time. Swing time is like this. and you are playing it to get that feel. You're not going to go out like in a band and play with that feel because you'll sound like a nerd, and then you'll say you learned it from me, and then I'll lose even more followers than I already have. But the idea is, what you want to do is you want to train yourself to play 2-note groups. So you're actually, how I practice this when I do is I'm training myself to play those 2-note bursts as fast as my fingers can actually play them. You're training yourself to play and hear 2-note bursts on one side. It sounds kind of dorky, but what you're training, it's a rhythmic training. If you guys have your banjos at home, you'll try this, and it sounds like anything you'll play sounds and feels completely different, even though it's the same roll. So that's the swing side of things. Then you want to do the reverse swing. So instead of being like da ka da ka da ka da, you do the opposite of that, which is ducka 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 ducka. And this sounds really weird. Swing is a little more natural. Reverse swing is perverted. It sounds like this. We can go from let's try this scale. Oh my God, Cameron! What? Dude, he's there. Cameron, my God, it was him, dude. So Cameron, correct me if I'm wrong, Cameron, but he's like a math teacher at MIT. He's one of my favorite fiddle. Like the first time I played with him, his like fiddle solo was so loud, and like blew the hair off my head. I loved it, dude. Cameron is incredible. I actually saw him. He's one of my friends from Boston, but I saw him. That was last year, Cameron. We had the most epic jam, and Cameron actually those dudes we were playing with that night. If you remember Mark and Greg, like Mark specifically. I've his whole group of friends is my new group of friends, dude, and they're like the ones that I play with him a band with. No, not Joe Val, but Grass Valley, dude. At Grass Valley, I've been hanging out with all those California cats. They're like my group of friends. And Greg too, the killer guitar player. But that's who I hang out with. I'm kind of in a band now with them called Troubletown, but it's not too formalized yet. But I can't believe Cameron's listening to this, dude. That's so funny. Yeah, exactly. The previous summer. Cameron, I miss you, man. So Cameron, I always end like we'll end a song. Cameron, we have a work in progress. Was it? Miss you, Cameron. That's so surprising to see you there, dude. That is so surprising. Out of the woodwork. Man, what were we talking about? Swing and reverse swing. Cameron, what do they call that, dude? I call it swing and reverse swing. But anyways, we're going to take this little scale. We'll play it with swing. Two-note burst, and you do reverse swing. And then when you actually play it in context, you get more rhythmic mastery. And it'll come out a little more natural. Yeah, Cameron, so many memories coming back, man. Can't believe you're there, dude. Anything else? I'm wasted. Ask me anything. Yeah, hell, that made more sense than me trying to figure it out. Yeah, I don't know. Oh man, Cameron, remember Big Boy? I'll play you guys soon. This one's called Big Boy. It's a how's it go? It's a Anthony, what was the name of that tune in the minor tuning with the quad forward roll? That's called Alani's Lullaby. That was another tune that I wrote at that Joval festival with Cameron. He was there. Yeah, that's called Alani's Lullaby, and the tablature is available on my Patreon. Ever use Keith tuners or similar? You know, I actually have 4 Keith tuners on this banjo. I never use them. I don't know. I like the idea of them. They're like $400, but it's like I don't use them. I don't know why. Hornpipes are not my style. But when you speed it up, the reverse swing. Yeah, the reverse swing does sound like a hornpipe. It is like that. Heavy metal. Does that count as heavy metal? Or like how's it fucking I don't know. Let's do the heavy metal song. Ozzy is insanely metal. Yeah, dude. Ozzy's tight, dude. I got into music because I played bass in my talent show in 8th grade. I played that bass line, dude. We also played all right, buddy. Peace out, Trip. God, what's another song we played? Mr. Crowley was pretty sick, dude. I forget it. Whatevs ever played? Macarena on that thing? I don't think I played the Macarena. I don't know. Lauren, how you feeling? Are we gonna go ski?
Yeah.
When?
Leave at 12:30 if everyone.
Leave at 12:30. Okay. All right, guys. I'm gonna get going. Do you have any last requests? If you want to ask me anything, I'm gonna go ski. And then yeah. If you want a little homework, figure out this lick. This is the one you want to do. Yeah, my pleasure. A skiing song. Do we have any skiing songs? Yeah, Daniel requested a skiing song.
Well,
Do we have any?
we jammed to the journey.
Oh, I don't know. A skiing song. A skiing song. No, I can't think. I know El Kumachero. Glad to catch you live. 01234 wants to see the titties, dude. It's like, yo, that is so like early 2021. I'm older and mature and more, PG now. All right, we're getting ready to scale out with the old, in with the new. You know, my hair's been growing for a year. New hair, new attitude. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Here's a fast one. This is kind of like a. Here's one. It's a Remington Ride. This is kind of like a sleigh ride. Sleigh ride. Wait, isn't that Remington Ride? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we'll call this a ski song. Yeah. Let's see. This Christopher Vaughn likes the boobs too. Forget that one, man. I'll just play you a banjo tune, man. Let's see. I want to play a fast banjo tune. Here you go. Yeah, ground speed. This here's a skiing song. Yeah, why not? All right, guys. Much love. Thank you all for being my loyal subscribers and giving me your opinions and thoughts. I am looking to mature and grow, and whether or not now all these people are coming on in. How do you grow such a fine mustache? Could you do a lesson on that at some point? You know, Ed, you can't teach that. Some things are in the blood. Yo, what's up, Stash? Stash is one of our friends from Boston. We should Stash, we should do a song sometime soon. That'd be fun, man. But I'm just signing off. I love all you guys, and thank you so much for chiming in. Yeah, I love you. I look forward to doing my next video and with your guys' opinions in my mind. All right, peace out.